Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhuji is done for sorry for joining late. Can we start now? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you. So we'll do
Hare
that.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nastaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Ukam Karoti Vachalam Tungum Lagayate Grim Prabha Kamahindande Shri Guru Dev Dharnam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So, I welcome you all, Prabhujis and Matajis. Please accept my respectful obeisances. And taking the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, we start the 3 verses starting from 34th, the 15th chapter. So, we know the chapter name is Pandavas Retire Timely. And we are going to learn many key points from today's discussion. Give me a second. Yes. Just give me a second only. Sorry for that.
33 we have to start, or 34, I don't know.
Is it 33, Mataji? You just confirm once. In the message that I had to, it was 34, but it is completely fine. Mataji. We can start from 33 also. So you just give me a
The
second.
voice is breaking.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, actually, Hare Krishna Siddha Mataji. Actually, I got the numbers 34 to 36.
Oh, because I have marked 32, we have completed. That's why I asked. Okay, Mataji.
34, Mataji. We are done with 33.
Okay.
Yes. So just yes. Okay. So can I request Prabhujis and Matajis to please raise your hand, and then we start reading the verses.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'll start with the verse.
Yes, please, Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 34. Yaya harad bhuvo bharam tam tanum vijahavajah kantakam kantake neva dvayam chapi shito samam dvayam chapi shituhu swaya samam. Translation is Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Unborn, Lord Sri Krishna, caused the members of the Yadu dynasty to relinquish their bodies, and thus he relieved the burden of the world. This action was like picking out a thorn with a thorn, though both are the same to the controller. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Kishori Mataji, can you please read the purport?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanna Pranam, Prabhuji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura suggests that the rishis like Sanaka and others who were having Srimad Bhagavatam from Sutta Goswami as Naimisharanya were not happy to hear about the Yadus dying in the madness of intoxication. To give them relief from this mental agony, Sutta Goswami assured them that the Lord caused the members of the Yadu dynasty to relinquish their bodies by which they had to take away for the burden of the world. The Lord and his eternal associates appeared on the earth to help the administrative demigods in erecting the burden of the world. He therefore called for some of the confidential demigods to appear in the Yadu family and serve him in his great mission. After the mission was fulfilled, the demigods, by the will of the Lord, relinquished their corporeal bodies by fighting amongst themselves in the madness of intoxication. The demigods are accustomed to drinking the uh, somarasa beverages, and therefore the drinking of wine and intoxication are not unknown to them. Sometimes they were put into trouble for indulging in intoxication. Once the sons of Kuvera fell in the wrath of Narada for being intoxicated, but afterwards they regained their original forms by the grace of the Lord Shri Krishna. We shall find this story in the 10th canto. For the Supreme Lord, both the asuras and the demigods are equal, but the demigods are obedient to the Lord, whereas the asuras are not. Therefore, the examples of picking out a thorn by another thorn is quite befitting. A thorn which cause pinpricks on the legs of the Lord is certainly disturbing to the Lord, and the other thorn which takes out the disturbing element certainly gives service to the Lord. So, although every living being is a part and parcel of the Lord, still one who is a pinprick to the Lord is called an asura, and one who is a volunteer servitor of the Lord is called a devta or demigod. In the material world, the devtas and asuras are always contending, and the devtas are always saved from the hands of the asura by the Lord. Both of them are under the control of the Lord. The world is full of two kinds of living beings, and the Lord's mission is always to protect the devatas and destroy the asuras whenever there is such a need in the world, and to do good to both of them. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Maraji. So it's a very nice analogy. It's explained in Srila Prabhupada is further mentioned in the purport. So we'll read the translation once more. The Supreme Unborn, Lord Shri Krishna, caused the members of Yadu dynasty to relinquish their bodies, and thus he relieved the burden of the world. This action was like picking out a thorn with a thorn, though both are the same to the controller. So, how do we understand this analogy? If this analogy is clear, then we will be able to understand the rest of the part even more clearly. So, suppose we are walking and then some thorn gets stuck in our leg. Okay. And now we take another sharp material. Okay. Sometimes we even go to doctor, right? And doctor takes to take the thorn out. The doctor uses another more sharper, right, tool to take the existing thorn out. Prabhupada is giving an example. We are using some other thorn, right, which is more sharper to take the previous thorn out from the feet. Now, once the problematic tone which is there, right, which has been taken out now, once that is out, then what do we do with the tone that was used as a tool? There is no point in keeping that extra tone with us always, right? So we have to even throw that as well. Why? Because that purpose was achieved. So similarly, Lord Krishna, when he appears, then all the eternal associates of the Lord, they join him. And then the Lord also invites the different demigods. These demigods, Prabhupada says that in this purport, they are known for drinking the somrasa and seeing the dance and enjoying in the heaven, right? So they are also invited. And then when they were there in Dwarka, then Lord uses these uh, these demigods, right, who are there together with the eternal associate. It's the same body. There can be multiple uh, personalities in the same body. Right? For example, for Srivas Acharya, sorry, Srivas Thakur, right? In the Panchatattva mantra, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivas. So Srivas Acharya is the combined, joint uh, incarnation of Narada, Prahlad, okay? And I'm not able to recall one more personality, but Prahlad and Narada I heard. Okay, so now in these eternal associates of the Lord, there these demigods are also there. Why? Well, the question may arise. The question may arise: why do we need to? Why did the Lord need to invite them also, right, to perform the pastime? And then the answer is yes, the Lord can do anything and everything by himself, but to engage others like he is engaging us, right? So to engage others in the pastime of the Lord and to give them an opportunity, right? Lord did so. Okay. Now, when all these demons at the time of Lord Krishna, starting from Kamsa, then Shishupal, and Jarasandh, and so many, Kalyavan, and so many, right? When all of them are annihilated, and they all were killed, they were like the first thorn which gets stuck. Okay, the uninvited, unintended one. So once those were removed, and Krishna removed them himself, and he took the help of uh, all his associates in the form of the demigods also. When all of them were removed, now the first thorn is out, right? And now these associates, right, those who were eternal associate, they were sent to the abode of the Lord. Right? Two personalities we discussed, right? Srinivas Thakur. Similarly, in these associates which were there in the Dwarka, those who were eternal, they were sent to the abode of the Lord. What is left is the demigods. Okay? Look at how nicely the Lord arranges everything. Now, what is left is the demigods part. It is a time when the Lord is winding up everything. And the next shloka will actually explain what is actually meaning of Lord winding up something. Very, very interesting. And the next shloka will tell us how fortunate we are. So we'll come back, focus on this shloka, this verse, and then we will move to the second. So Lord, we discussed so far. First throne was out because they were killed. Eternal associate part was sent to the associate, the abode of the Lord. What is left is the demigods. Demigod is compared to be the second sharper thorn or the medical instrument which is more sharper in the doctor's place. Now the treatment is over. What do? We don't need that as well. So the Lord arranges them in such a way that they go to Prabhas Kshetra. Lord asks them, okay, that you go to Prabhas Kshetra, and then they like as maddened by the Somarasa, they're again get maddened, and then they fight with each other, and then this is how uh, the second throne is also out. Basically, it is also thrown. So the Lord is not attached with both of them. Okay, what do we mean by that? Was the Lord not attached to these demigods? He was certainly attached. But our relation with the Lord is of the soul to soul. Okay, so and what we are discussing, what gets annihilated is at the bodily level. Okay, so at the bodily level, they were also made to fight with each other so that the pastime of the Lord can. So, and then for the external world who don't want to accept the supremacy of the Lord, they also get a point. And the point is that because Gandhari has given the curse, and that's why I see even the Lord when he came, okay, he also had to undergo the curse, and then nobody can save anyone from the law of karma. This is how the people who don't believe in the Lord can also justify themselves. So one pastime of the Lord has everything for everyone, right? How Lord arranges them to come, perform the pastime, kill the demons, send the eternal associate, make them fight Gandhari. So if we want to understand one thing about the Lord, then that one thing is that only way is to surrender. Okay, we cannot understand the Lord until He reveals something like Rupa Goswami when he realizes the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he writes those feelings in the form of the letter, and then Lord goes and then he finds, he shows, he acts as if he found the letter, whereas he is the one who inspired. He knows where the letter was kept. But when Sarup Damodar when the Lord asked to Sarup Damodar, his another associate, that how come Rupa Goswami got to knew in his heart what is going on. And then Sarup Damodar rightly answers saying, until you reveal yourself to anyone, in this case, Rupa Goswami, no one can know you. Okay. So, so all we have to do is that we don't have to wait for when the Lord will reveal to us. We have to take the shelter of the Lord. And who is the shelter of the Lord whom we can immediately take the shelter of? And that shelter is Srila Prabhupada. Because the spiritual master is the mercy incarnation of the Lord, who is rightly accessible to us. We cannot see the Lord through our eyes. When we go to Vrindavana, then there is no difference between the Vrindavan, which is part of UP, and the real Vrindavan, where the Lord eternally resides, because both are same. But when we go there, we cannot see anything. Right? From our these senses, we cannot experience. There was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Gopal Prabhu, and he was sharing in one of his realization. I heard it from my Shiksha Guru in this class. So he was mentioning that that once when he was there in Vrindavana, for a fraction of second, he could see that Goloka Vrindavan, right, in this Vrindavan. There is no difference, but Krishna revealed everything like made up of chintamani and gold, and then everywhere it is shining, and for a fraction of a second before it disappeared. Well, why it appeared and why it disappeared, that is not our adhikar. Okay, but we have many references why and how the Lord can do it. Lord is supreme, independent, right? Nobody can question. Why for 1 second? Why not for 5 seconds? If the Lord wants, he can show it eternally. And if he does not want, he will never show it. But other references are Narada, right? When Narada was meditating, then the Lord gave him the darshan for a second. And then in his meditation, right? And when he opens his eyes and when he tries to search the Lord, he does not find him. And then the Lord reveals him that in this life, only this much, right? So that our hankering increases. Okay? And similarly, the very same Narada's disciple, uh, Dhruva, when he was also meditating, Lord gave him also darshan for a second. And because Lord was waiting outside and he was deeply absorbed, and then Lord revealed himself to him and then disappeared. And then when he opened the eyes, then he saw the Lord again. So there are like and many pastimes. Important point is Lord is independent and whatever he wants to reveal, he can reveal. But then what is our role? Should we infinitely just wait uh, that we are in this movement and then we are connected to Srila Prabhupada. And then whenever the Lord wants, he can reveal it to him. What do we do then? So we are in this movement when we are connected to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. His Grace Vaishnavangir Prabhu from Yaskun Kargar tells in one of his lecture that yes, the spiritual abode is there, but then we don't have to wait to live this life, this world, to enter there. We need to hanker so much so that we experience that in this lifetime. We experience that mercy, that bliss right now in this life when we are here. Yes, it will come after we die. And for a devotee, we will hear from the next verse also. Okay? For the Lord and his devotees, there is nothing called death. Right? One of the ISKCON sannyasi says, death is nothing but the change of the service. Right? So, all in all, I'll try to summarize this one before I go to the next. Lord takes care of everyone. Even if we don't want to accept the Lord, he still fulfill our desires. Okay? We will not find anyone so merciful as the Lord because he can go to any extent, right? We repeat this thing almost every lecture or every time when we meet, right? When we wanted to enjoy separately from the Lord, he created this material world, right? Which is called Ekpad Vibhuti. To what extent the Lord can go when we actually want to serve him, right? I was hearing from a senior devotee here. So he was mentioning from the life after life, we always ask, oh Lord, I need this and I need that, and now it is not sufficient, so I need it a little bit more this and that again, right? So the list keeps on increasing as the age progresses, right? It's a very dangerous situation, right? We had limited requirements when we were young. We were happier with very small demands, okay? But now the demands have increased. And as we grow, the lifespan of this form of this particular life is reducing, but the list is increasing. Whereas it should be ulta, right? It should be reducing because when we don't want anything from the Lord, and if the Lord still gives, then it is a bonus. If he does not give, then it means our desire is met, right? Because we did not expect anything from the Lord. So, uh, and then remain engaged. Our devotional service is as strong as we are connected to Srila Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada translates the word bhakti as, in English, he translates the bhakti as devotional service. So, uh, our relation with the Lord is of devotional service. Okay. And if someone gives us an option, you just go and sit next to the Lord. I mean, though it can never happen, I'm just telling you hypothetically to emphasize the point. If someone gives an opportunity to you, go and sit next to the Lord. And then second option is you fan him or you serve him some bhoga or do anything which pleases the Lord. So we are of the sampradaya. We are of the parampara where we are meant to choose the second option. So Srila Prabhupada came to this world, so not because he wanted to come here. Right? Krishna tells, it is one of the letters. Krishna tells to Srila Prabhupada that you go and write some books. And Prabhupada said, no, I want to be here only. And then Krishna says, no, you go and then just come back. Just write, and I will preach on your behalf. You just write. So we are very, very fortunate. What we are hearing is um, it's a bit deeper. That Bhagavad Gita is the words of the Lord, right? Krishna speaks to Arjuna. So Bhagavad Gita is the uh, conversation between Arjuna and Krishna, and what we read is the words of the Lord. But then Prabhupada says that one reporter comes to him and then he asks, how could you manage to write this much? And then Prabhupada says, Krishna dictated it to me, right? He asked me to write and I was just noting it down. So to manage the situation, um, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Swami Maharaj was there. And then he tells Prabhupada, actually me, that Krishna inspired me. And then I wrote with that inspiration. And then immediately Prabhupada corrects Maharaj. He says, no, Krishna dictated it to me. And then I wrote. So, yes, it is true that Srimad Bhagavatam is the words about the Lord. But then for Prabhupada right? Prabhupada means those who are followers of the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. For them, the purpose of Srila Prabhupada are also the words of the Lord, right? Because Krishna dictated these words to Srila Prabhupada. For the rest of the world, they may have different definition. But now we are following Srila Prabhupada. We know this is also the words of Krishna through Srila Prabhupada. All right, we go to the next verse, and I need more devotees to please read. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Please raise your hand.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji. May I read the verse, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Verse and the translation both. And I need
Yes.
one more Prabhu Mataji for the purport. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Yata matsyadirupani date jahyadyata bhubharakshapito yena jahotachakalevaram. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Lord relinquished the body which he manifested to diminish the burden of the earth. Just like a magician, he relinquishes one body to accept different ones, like the fish incarnation and others. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes. So, Mataji, can you please read the purport?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, is neither impersonal nor formless, but His body is non-different from Him. And therefore, He is known as the embodiment of eternity, knowledge and bliss. In the Brihad Vaishnava Tantra, it is clearly mentioned that anyone who considers the form of Lord Krishna to be made of material energy must be ostracized by all means. And if by chance the face of such an infidel is seen, one must clean himself by jumping in the river with his clothing. The Lord is described as Amrita or deathless because he has no material body. Under the circumstances, the Lord dying or quitting his body is like the jugglery of a magician. The magician shows by his tricks that he is cut to pieces, burned to ashes, or made unconscious by hypnotic influences. but all are false shows only. Actually, the magician himself is neither burnt to ashes nor cut to pieces, nor is he dead or unconscious at any stage of his magical demonstration. Similarly, the Lord has his eternal forms of unlimited variety, the of, of which the fish incarnation, as was exhibited within the universe, is also one. Because there are innumerable universes somewhere or the other, the fish incarnation must be manifesting his past self without cessation. In this verse, the particular word datte, eternally accepted, and not the word diva, accepted for the occasion, is used. The idea is that the Lord does not create the fish incarnation. He eternally has such a form, and the appearance and disappearance of such an incarnation serves particular purposes. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.24-25, the Lord says, the impersonalist thinks that I have no form, that I am formless, but that at present I have accepted a form to serve a purpose, and now I am manifested. But such speculators are factually without.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Yeah,
may I request next devotee because it's a little bit long.
Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Yes, Bhargavi Mataji, can you please read from?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
But yes.
But such speculators are factually without sharp intelligence. Though they may be good scholars in the Vedic literatures, they are practically ignorant of my inconceivable energies and my eternal forms of personality. The reason is that I reserve the power of not being exposed to the non devotees by my mystic curtain. The less intelligent fools are therefore unaware of my eternal form, which is never to be vanquished and is unborn. In the Padma Purana, it is said that those who are envious and always angry at the Lord are unfit to know the actual and eternal form of the Lord. In the Bhagavatam, also, it is said that the Lord appeared like a thunderbolt to those who were wrestlers. Shishupala, at the time of being killed by the Lord, could not see him as Krishna, being dazzled by the glare of the Brahma Jyoti. Therefore, the temporary manifestation of the Lord as a thunderbolt to the wrestlers appointed by Kamsa, or the glaring appearance of the Lord before Shishupala, was relinquished by the Lord, but the Lord as a magician is eternally existent and is never vanquished in any circumstance. Such forms are temporarily shown to the asuras only, and when such exhibitions are withdrawn, the asuras think that the Lord is no more existent, just as the foolish audience thinks the magician to be burned to ashes or cut to pieces. The conclusion is that the Lord has no material body and therefore he is never to be killed or changed by his transcendental body. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Thank you, Mataji. So, very important verse because the analogy used here. See, if we pay little bit of attention towards the analogies that Prabhupada is using in his purports, then the Krishna consciousness becomes even more easier because principles may sound difficult to understand. But then, why will any one of us forget the thorn example, right? Because we all have experienced while walking or while playing in the childhood, one thorn comes and we somehow take it out. If our fingers are not sufficient, we ask someone who has sharper nails. We all have experienced that, right? So the analogy is based on the thorn example. And now, second analogy. So very, very deep topics, but with the help of the analogies that Prabhupada is taking, it becomes like fun, okay? And those are very apt, right? It exactly explains the point that has to be conveyed. So this is why Srila Prabhupada is unique. And this magician example. So we know a magician may act as if he has been killed and neck separate and body separate and it is dancing and sometimes it's burnt or whatever, right? We know the magician is a one person and what he is exhibiting is an illusion, right? We know what he's showing is not correct. The personality of magician is independent to what he is showcasing to us. Similarly, now the Lord as a magician comes into many different incarnations. Okay, the Lord Sri Krishna is one, the original Swarupa, and all the different incarnations that he is showing have come from the Lord, right? Etejam Sukala Pumsham, Krishna is to Bhagwan. So Krishna is that Bhagwan, that fountainhead. Now, this is the commonality between these two. What is the difference now? The difference is those, in the case of magician, those different forms that he was exhibiting, we know they are only an illusion. They are not fact. In case of the Lord, those different incarnations are also eternal. Well, yes, it is true that in the case of Prahlad Maharaja and Hiranyakashipu, then Narasimhadev appeared. We have on 11th, right? Coming Sunday, Narasimha Chaturdashi. So Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki jai. So now all the incarnations of the Lord, they appear from the Lord, but they are also eternal. We may not see that pastime happening now, but Narasimhadev is eternally there, right? For magician, the person burning and dancing, and we know it is not eternal. It is only for few seconds or few minutes. Then immediately everything else will disappear, and then only the magician will be there. From the Lord, every other incarnation comes, and they are also eternal. Because at current time also, in some universe, Narasimha Dev Lila is happening. We know that Dashavatara, right? Keshavadrita, Meena Sharira, Keshavadrita, Kashyap Rupa, Keshavadrita, Narhari Rupa, Keshavadrita, Buddha Sharira, right? So, like that, all those pastimes are happening of the Lord at some place even now. So, all the manifestations from the Lord are also eternal. Okay, so that is an learning from here. So, we should be very clear that when the Lord, in fact, from Ishopanishad also, right? Om Purnamada Purnamidam, right? So Lord is complete, and whatever He creates, that is also complete. And then after everything complete comes from the Lord still remains complete. So He is the biggest magician, and so much so that He is sitting inside us, right? It is something very interesting. The Lord is sitting inside our heart in the form of the Paramatma. Okay, and then we never even get a chance to see or accept the supremacy of the Lord. So the Lord is, through Srila Prabhupada is writing this Bhagavatam, right? He's there inside, right? He can tell immediately. We all read that example. A tree is there and two birds are there. One bird is the Atma, second bird is the Paramatma, and then Paramatma bird is the silent one. And then the Atma one is the one who is eating the fruits of the tree and always busy in that. So if the self-realization has to happen, what is the quickest way? That second bird stops remaining silent and then speaks something to the Atma, and then the Atma will surrender, right? But the Lord does not do it so. Why? Because the department of giving bhakti, Lord has given it to the spiritual master. There is no difference between these two. But this mercy has to come from the spiritual master. And if the spiritual master says yes, then yes, Lord will reveal it. In fact, if a spiritual master says something, even if something was not going to happen, now it is bound to happen. Okay, and we have so many examples. Narada and Dhruva, right? Narada telling to Dhruva that you will get your result, and he, even before Dhruva goes for the austerity, for the meditation, Even before that, Narada tells your second mother, right? Suruchi, she will be burnt into the fire, forest fire. And then in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions because a devotee of the Lord, Narada has told so, so it is bound to happen now. So both are called Trikaldarshi, those who can see the past and future and the present. So Lord and his devotees all are Trikaldarshi. Okay. So this magician example is second that we went through. Okay, third verse, and we'll read that. Let me request now. Yes, Archana Mataji. Archana Swarupa Mataji.
Hare Krishna, pranams Prabhu.
Archana Mataji.
Yata mugundo bhagavan imam mahim jahau swatanva shravanaya satkada tadahar eva pradibuddha chedasam abhadra hedu kaliranva vardata. Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, left this earthly planets in his self-same form, from that very day, Kali, who had already partially appeared, became fully manifest to create inauspicious conditions for those who are endowed with a poor fund of knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Krishnamurti Babuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam Prabhuji.
Babuji. Yes,
Purport by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada today. The influence of Kali can be enforced only upon those who are not fully developed in God consciousness. One can neutralize the effects of Kali by keeping oneself fully under the supreme care of the personality of God. The age of Kali ensured that just after the battle of Kurukshetra, but it could not exert its influence because of the presence of the Lord. The Lord, however, left this earthly planet in his own transcendental body, and as soon as he left, the symptoms of the Kali Yuga, as were envisioned by Maharaja Yudhishthira prior to Arjuna's arrival from Dwaraka, began to manifest, and Maharaja Yudhishthira rightly conjectured on the departure of the Lord from there. As we have already explained, the Lord left our sight just as when the sun sets, it is out of our sight. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. Namaskaram, Babuji. Thank you so much. So, very, very important verse. And this word tells the takeaway. So, these are the three verses that we were to read. Divya Mataji, you have any question, Mataji? Or,
No, Prabhuji, for reading, next reading.
oh, okay. Sorry, Mataji, actually. Today we had only three verses.
Oh,
So,
okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
yes. Thank you, Mataji. But thank you so much, Mataji, for coming forward. Yes. Now, this verse is a takeaway for today. Okay. And the meaning is, as the sun is always there, right? But we don't see it. When after evening, when sun sets, right? Sun sets does not mean sun ended. Sun sets means sun is rising somewhere else. Okay. Sun is always there. Sun has not gone. Okay. Now, similarly, the incarnation of the Lord himself, after the Dwapar Yuga finished, Lord disappeared from this world. No, it is not correct. The Lord is always there. In fact, because the Kali Yuga had to start, it is like the dark time. Okay? And when it is dark, then all kinds of sinful because of the mode of ignorance, right? It is very, very deep, and we will really enjoy this verse a lot. When it is dark, we cannot see the things really as they are. Okay? But if we have Om Jnana Timirandasya, when the spiritual master shows us the torchlight of the knowledge, then we can see everything very clearly. Okay? just because it is dark. That's why Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is all the scriptures mentioned, all our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the same tone, same language, with same force, same mood. Everyone is declaring that just by chanting the name of the Lord, we get the results which were never even dreamable, right? No one even could dream the results that one gets in Kali Yuga by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So yes, it is night. Yes, it is dark. But then it is a time of opportunity. Those who think that the Lord has gone, this purport tells they are endowed with the poor fund of knowledge. I read the translation again. When the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, left this earthly planet in his self-same form, from that very day, Kali, who had already partially appeared, became fully manifest to create inauspicious conditions for those who are endowed with a poor fund of knowledge. Okay, so if we have poor fund of knowledge, then yes, it's Kali Yuga. And then so many problems are happening in and around the world. It is all correct because it is dark. It is bound to happen. But then this statement is true for rest of the world. Those who are following Srila Prabhupada, it is a time of celebration. Celebration not because the world is in dark. Celebration because the Lord is even more merciful now. How? Let us understand this with help of another example. One house, thief comes. Okay, thief is Kali Yuga. House is our life. Kali Yuga is coming in our life. Now, if the person is awake, if we are awake, then the thief will not do anything. The house remains as safe as there is no thief. Right? You all agree? But now, if we are sleeping, then the thief knows the owner of the house is sleeping. Then we are not at all safe. We are at the mercy of thief. Thief is not going to have any mercy. He is going to take away anything and everything, whatever he can in his capacity. Okay? And we have no choice other than because I'm sleeping, right? Now, similarly, if we are sleeping in our consciousness, that means, yes, it is Kali Yuga. And he has the full right to take our senses, to take our mind and intelligence, any direction wherever he wants to take us. Okay? If we are awake, then it is a time of celebration because we get those results which we discussed, right? Which are not even dreamable by people of Satyuga, even after thousands of years of austerities. We get those results just by using our tongue and chanting the name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. We have to take the best use of this time. Prabhupada says, we are in this human form of life. Some little bit austerity we should do. Okay. So let us all pray for each other that we become all more serious into our sadhana. And then the Lord is right there. Srila Prabhupada is right there. We have to take the best use of this time. All we have to do is to remain sitting in this train. This train is going to Goloka Vrindavan. Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Brahma's prayer, 10.14.8, right? Tatte anukampa susamaksimana. Right? So there, Brahmaji says that we have to just tolerate the things the way it is coming and then remain focused. And if we do so, then the last word of the verse is Daya Bhag. Then it becomes our right, getting the mercy of the Lord becomes our right. We are his son. And now we are trying to accept that also. Why will the Lord reject us? He wants us to come back. Okay? He's waiting for us to surrender. Okay? Not for his own interest, but for our interest. I was hearing a lecture from Sannyasi. So he says, when I leave, then I'm sure Krishna will take me. And then Maharaj, the sannyasi, he was telling, because further he said, because I will tell Krishna, I have no one other than you. And that is humility, right? And Krishna likes it. Why? Because Mahaprabhu says, right, that Trinadapi sunichena, tarovapi saishuna, amanani namanani. When we are really humble, what is the surrender? There are 6 symptoms of Sharanagati, right? Very quickly, let us recall that what is it? Anukullasya sankalpa, accepting the things which are favorable. Pratikullasya varjanam, rejecting the things which are not favorable. And then rakshashyati iti vishwaso, having the full faith that the Lord will save us. Then gopadatve varnam tatha, taking Krishna as our guardian, that he is our father, he is our mother, he is our sister, everything, he is friend, everything. And then comes that Atmanikshepa, and then what is it? Humility, the last one, Karpanyam. So basically, accepting Krishna's desire as our desire, and then the humility, the last. So these are the 6 symptoms of Sharanagati, and if we do so, the Lord is always there. He's there even if we don't surrender, but otherwise, he's very much there. Okay, Prabhuji and Mataji, we pause here. If any Prabhu or Mataji has any comments or question, we can probably discuss it for the next few minutes, and then we take the pause. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and association, and kindly forgive me if I said something which was not correct, or directly, indirectly, if it has hurted you.
Hare Krishna,
Then,
Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Prabhuji,
Yes, Prabhuji.
the influence of Kali
Yes, Prabhuji.
will affect only who are not the devotees, who are not elevated to the Supreme Lord. Is it not?
Yes. It is 100% correct, Prabhuji. Yes.
We must be in the shelter of Sri Krishna only. Then the influence of Kali will not affect us.
Yes.
It's the live lesson for us. So
Yes.
must be in Krishna consciousness. If we left, definitely we will be influenced by the Kali. We will fall down again.
100% correct.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the what your counsel has explained is very well. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thanks a lot, Prabhuji, for always inspiring us. Okay, Prabhuji and Mataji, so we take a pause here and we continue.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Now we
Yes,
have the
Mataji.
sloka recitation.
Yeah.
Pranams,
Sorry.
Prabhuji.
Sorry, I missed
Hare
Archana
Krishna,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
We have what?
Nowadays we are doing, hello, Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Nowadays we are
Yes.
doing recitation after the class, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay. Sure, Mataji, sure. Yes. Yeah,
So,
please continue, Mataji.
okay,
So,
Prabhuji. Hare
with
Krishna.
your permission, like I have to leave the meeting. So
Yes,
please,
Prabhuji.
yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranams,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranam. Pranam.
Mataji, the live is going on. Should it be stopped or just?
Oh, I don't know to stop that, Mataji. When we end the meeting, it will directly stop. That is how I am doing. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Those who are interested, you can start reading. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I will start, Mataji. 1.5.11. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. तद्वाग्विसर्गो जनतागविप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकम् अबद्धवत्यपि नामानि अनन्तस्य यशोनि अङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः. 1.5.17 श्लोका. त्वक्त्वा स्वधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरेर् भजन् अपक्वोतपटे ततो यदि यत्र क्व वा भद्रम् अभ्युत्तमुष्य किम् को वार्ताप्तो भजतां स्वधर्मतः.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Who's next? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
1.5.18 तस्यैव हेतो प्रयतेत कोविदो न लभ्यते यत् प्रमतां परिअदा तल्लभ्यते दुःखवत् अन्यत्र सुखं कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररंहसा इदं हि पुंसा तपसा श्रुतस्य च वीतस्य सुप्तस्य च बुद्धिदत्तयोः अविच्युतोऽर्थकविभिर्निरूपितो यदुत्तमश्लोकगुणानुवर्णनम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna Bhargavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. 1.5.38 Iti murti abhidhanena mantramurtim amurtikam yajate yajna purusham sa samyak darshanah puman bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite male apashyat purusham purnam mayam cha tat apashrayam.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, who is next?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Archana Mataji.
Pranam Swami. Yaya
Pranam.
sammahido jiva atmanam triguणात्मकं परोऽपि मनुतेनार्थं तत्कृतं चाभिपद्यते अनर्थोपशमं साक्षात् भक्तियोगम् अधोक्षजे लोकस्याज्ञानतो विद्वांस चक्रे सत्वद संहिताम्.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else?
Jai Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji Pranam.
Pranam, Mataji.
1.7.7 यस्यां वै श्रूयमाणायां कृष्णे परमपुरुषे भक्तिरुत्पद्यते पुंसः शोकमोहभयापहा. सूत उवाच आत्मा रामश्च मुनयो निर्ग्रन्था अपि क्रमे कुर्वन्ति हैतुकीं भक्तिमित्थं भूतगुणो हरिः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे.
Thank you, Mataji. So shall we do the conclusion prayer? Vancha kalpatarupyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Hare
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 Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Bhakti.